So the next thing I want to be looking at is using pointers and arrow operators. Let me just go ahead and comment this out all out. Now what we want to look at is using pointers and the arrow operator. Now we will be asking for user input again as well. Okay, so let's go over a quick recap over pointers. So now let's say that I have an int name. How can an int be name? So we have string name, and we are equating that to assigning the name Joe to it. We're assigning the name Joe to it. And if we want to create a pointer for this particular variable, we have to use this format. So let's say our pointer is called p1, and it's pointing to the address of, don't forget that operator, we are pointing to the address of name, right? So when we print out this pointer p1 is going to return the address of the variable name, and when we dereference this pointer, then we will have the value stored at that particular variable. So what do we want to do now? We want to use pointers with this structural organization that we have over here. So if we want to do that, we to have a pointer, you must have an object it points to. So we'll first of all begin by creating our object called participant, and you can just go ahead and declare it immediately after this one. I think we should just use object D. Yeah, so we have, okay, to make things comparatively easier, let's just declare a new one. We want to call it, so it's of type participant if you want to call it that way, and this is person E, right? So we've declared our object and we want to create a pointer for it, and the pointer should also have the same type as the object. So we will use participant with the asterisk, and then we want to call this pointer p2, and we are assigning it to the address of person E, right? So that's how to declare pointers and all of that under the structure. So we're good to go now. So what we want to do right now is to see out, I think we should just use this one. Okay, let me copy this and then paste it over here. Right, so we want to see out, please enter your name. The person would enter their name, and we want to store it in good. Now this is where the difference comes in. Where do we want to store it after they enter the value? We want to store it in p2, that's the pointer dot was it name, right? So p2 dot name. This is the normal way of doing it. Let me look at this syntax over here. So we want to have, where is it, identify to the member name, right? So this is the normal way of using pointers in for user input. You just use the dot operator, but in this case we want to use the um, the arrow operator, right? So this is the pointer, and we want to assign it to name. Now this is what it means. Over here we have p2, which is the address of person E. So, and we are assigning this value that they will be entering to the characteristic name of person E. So since person P2 then points to person E, when you get to person E, go to the characteristic called name and then assign this particular value that will be entering to that particular space over there. Right, so that is it, and we have please enter your age. We're taking the age as a string and we are converting it to an integer, and we want to store it in P2 using the arrow operator. We want to put it in age, and then we come to this one as well and we want to put in p2 dot, sorry about that, I think city, right? Good. So then after that we want to print out, so in this case we are just printing out You can ask for these values and perform computations to them. You can do whatever you want. It depends on your program. Whoops. So we have age was not declared. Okay, but first let me paste this thing. So age was not declared. Why was it not declared? Oh, we have, let me copy you, copy, and then paste you over here. Right, so let's go ahead and run this. Hopefully there should be no error. Whoops. So we have run. What again? I was not declared. Ah, sorry about that. So what do we want to print? We want to print out p2 I think name, right? Name. This thing is quite difficult to type. Let me just copy it. Copy. Now I'm going to clear out this and paste it there. So p2 age, and we want to have p2 city. p2 city, right? So we run this. Good. Please enter your name. I am Janar. Please enter your age. I'm 45. Where do you come from? I'm from Ankara. Your name is Janar. You are 45 and you come from Ankara, right? So that's how to use pointers to kind of ask for user input when you have a structural data type. Right, so then the next thing we want to look at is nested structures,